Hello. Welcome to the stream. It's Romantic Developer Zenai Talks, and today we have in stream number 242. 242. Interesting number because it's not only palindrome, but it's palindrome where we have 2 power 1 at the both sides and 2 power 2 in the middle. So it's 242, 121, and so on. And let me double check if it's not only okay. Sound is here. So let's start the stream. Our chatbot, and it's starting. I'm reminding that my chatbot is open source, free for use under MIT license, so you can commercialize it. Right now, with recent developments from OpenAI, I believe it's even could be rewritten even more effectively. But it's like we all time behind the technologies all the time because they're so quickly developed that we are using the tools, and I see that, for example, in my chatbot, I used 2 API for news retrieval, SERP API, Word News API, and I understand that right now it could be replaced only with one OpenAI, for example, call with GPT or search preview. Right now should be part of an anyway, and let's double check. Let's double check my microphone. That on my computer everything start uh, okay. I have to restart my OBS studio. I still see some issues. So let me try to understand who is taking a lot of my I don't know, CPU, GPU, memory. GPU is mostly free. CPU is enough, just 50%. Memory, yeah, it's mostly under browsers. And let me see, yeah, OBS Studio browsers. And yeah, maybe it's anti-malware service executables. They jump in. I recently started my computer and they try to do their thing. Let me close few applications. Maybe it will make a difference for that stream. Yesterday, it was exactly the same configuration in my computer, and everything was working nice and smooth. Today, you see it, something going on unusual. Okay, start Python live transcriber, and let me try to resume. Not only my chatbot should be fine, but also live transcriber. Let's see how it will work all together. For that, I just need to switch to my screen. It's my live transcriber. I need to go to volume and probably, okay, it's my volume settings and it's my live transcriber. Okay. I'm doing stream on YouTube. It's from actually the oh really? Hello, my camera. Where are you going? Yeah, 1 second. Okay, so my camera doesn't like something. I try to reconnect it. And let's see if it will work. No, it doesn't want to work. Okay, give me another minute. Okay, looks like stream is going on, but camera doesn't want to work. It's interesting. All new things happening for me. Most probably, of course, if I'll completely restart my computer, all that goes away. But right now, yeah, it's really not something I want to do. Okay. Let me try to change my camera to different one. So let me change it to some other thing. Okay. Looks like it's working somehow. So need to do that thing and give me 1 second. Can I configure it somehow? Brightness, sharpness, gain. Yeah, sorry for all of those, but exposure. Okay. No, it's only one thing I can do. And that camera doesn't want to work. Anyway, let's try to do at least with that camera. So it would be my microphone. Okay. So not exactly stream I plan to do. It's about 10 minutes of some technical issues. Hopefully it wouldn't include it in the name of the stream. Let's check the recent news very quickly. As we already talked before, we like to do news for with GPT 4.5. Let's look for 13 because just 14 just hit in. So search is enabled. News. O3 mini high. Let's start new fresh chat, and it would be from 13 with search enabled. Next, it would be OpenAI. Oh, it's all the different things. Yeah, I don't like to close my tabs. Because of it, my tabs grow significantly. Maybe it's not only mine issue, but who knows. And it's anyway should search, so let's use it. Let's try DeepSeek with search capabilities, and let's try what else we can try. What another model we can use here? Let's try to use thinking and web search again with QWQ32B. Of course, it's not the strongest capabilities of model to gather some news, but at least let's see how it can behave right now. Okay, we can go to ChatGPT 4.5 and see OpenAI ChatGPT experience rapid growth. Sam Altman has reasons to celebrate. ChatGPT has seen a substantial increase in user adoption, adding millions of users in recent months. Analyst attributes the growth of OpenAI new reasoning AI models O1 and O3 and products like Deep Research. Of course, partnership with Apple, iPhones also contributed into that. Also among Generation Z and millennials. So Chinese fund manager embrace AI with DeepSeek. A success of Chinese hedge funds Highflyer and its AI startup DeepSeek has sparked an AI revolution within China. 10 trillions funds management industry. Other firms are adopting AI to process market data and generate trading signals, leading to increased demand for coding, talent, and high-performance computing resources. Softbank and OpenAI to build AI data center in Japan. 150 megawatts. Total investment could reach up to 1 trillion yen. So it's only 6 billions of dollars, about 7 billion of dollars. Not trillion, but billion. Still it's pretty large. AI analyzes central bankers' non-verbal cues. Emotions of monetary policy examines how central bankers' non-verbal cues, such as facial expressions and tone of voice, influence financial markets using machine learning techniques. Nice. Now you should use not live people, but some trained machines as well, just to hide non-verbal information. OpenAI policy strategy under new administration. So, new chief of OpenAI, Chris Lehane, discussed the importance of accelerating AI policy under Trump administration, emphasized a shift in the policy message from advocating for regulation to confidently pushing for policies that support AI growth and ensure US stays ahead of China. Nice. I mean, it's not nice, but all countries should agree on something, some measures, and it's not possible right now because it's not a question to discuss with China, at least now. Alibaba upgrades AI assistant, potential boost for Apple. Invest 52 billions in cloud computing and AI over the next 3 years. Still a huge amount of money, 52 billions. Like startup like that big thing in Japan, Softbank and OpenAI. Yeah, where is that news? Softbank and Japan government largest Japan facility capacity of 150 megawatts, and they trying to create some training and data from client companies and offering customized AI agents. It could reach about 7 billion, and it's like country, SoftBank, OpenAI. It's a lot of investments, and here just one company, Alibaba, planning to invest how many times more? 6 times more in 3 years. So yeah, easily. OpenAI new models excels in creative writing. Yeah, we seen that news, but we don't seen the model yet. Fresh publishers and authors sue Meta over AI training. We saw that. It's not fresh. Anthropic CEO predicts AI surpassing human intelligence. Of course, it's March 1st. And some BNY, Bank of New York Mellon partnership with OpenAI. It's also pretty old news, February 26th. What is about O3? OpenAI proposal for US AI action plan. And that proposal is from March 13. Today shared our recommendation with White House Office of Science and Technology for the upcoming US AI action plan. White House, Washington, February, will be accepted until March 15. Okay, so they submit some comments. What we propose that ensures freedom to innovate, an expert control strategy that expert democratic AI, copyright strategy that promotes the freedom to learn. I like how they created that thing. A strategy to seize the infrastructure opportunity to drive growth, of course. Ambitious government adoption strategy, ambitious. Okay, and it's a link to that PDF. So enable voluntary public-private partnership to maintain innovation while preventing undue restrictions, safeguarding both national security and ability of AI models to learn from creative works, of course. A call for policies to build advanced data centers and clean energy grids to support next generation AI, urging US government to lead by example with efficient, secure AI deployments. Okay. New tools for building autonomous agents. Responses API. We already discovering that for last 2 days. OpenAI aims for 1 billion users in 2025, which is not as large. It's just 1/8 of all people in the world. Okay, it's large. It's large. Google search to transform profoundly in 2025. Google CEO announced that Google search is poised for major transformation next year. Key points include enhanced AI integration, competitive positioning, that these changes are part of broader strategy, early innovation stage. Okay, as I subscribed to be part of their next program for the search. I still haven't received any news from them yet. AI model Slowdown, the end of bigger is better era. Yeah, we already know that, and it's on Reuters, December 13. Really? March 13, December 13, 3 months ago. No. January, February, March. Yeah, 3 months ago. Still, of course, it's slowed down but you see new models after that. Grok, where are you? Google open source geometry multimodal model expands robotic integration. So Google actually open source not only geometry but some other model, I believe, and it's a really cool move. Of course, they open sourced it not to everyone, but for some requests. We don't have ability to investigate a lot that model, so I didn't research how to be part of that program, but it's already available on some other platforms like Kaggle and some others, which are accelerators for and uniting different APIs from different AI platforms. Alibaba launches R1 Omni model with emotional intelligence capabilities. On March 13, Alibaba unveiled R1 Omni model, a generative AI system designed to detect and respond to emotional cues in human interactions. This model evolution of its QWQ32B framework integrates audio, visual, and textual data to provide context-aware response, make it a potential game changer for application in customer service, mental health, and entertainment. For AI enthusiasts, the model ability to handle multi-modal inputs and generate emotionally intelligent outputs is significantly advanced in human AI interaction. Of course, and it's time China AI boom, but source is just to time. Is it true? Probably. Let's see on QWQ. Do we have anything like their website or something? Copy overview. What is overview? Okay. It's chat overview. Okay. But looks like here we don't have that as a model, correct? Okay. Let's look at that in more detail slightly later. OpenAI pushes for fair use in AI training spark controversy. Made headlines by asserting that AI industry's survival hinge on the fair use of copyrighted material for training models, arguing that restrictive copyright ruling could end the AI race. I basically agree with that. This statement comes aimed at ongoing legal battles, including lawsuits from publishers like the New York Times, and follow OpenAI accusation against DeepSeek for allegedly violating its API terms to generate training data, and so on and so on. Okay, let's look how it will evolve. Sakana.ai's peer-reviewed paper signals rise of AI-driven science. Sakana.ai, a Japanese startup, announced that one of its AI models authored a peer-reviewed scientific paper, making a milestone in AI-driven research. The paper, published in a reputable journal, explores novel architectures for generative models, demonstrating how AI can autonomously contribute to scientific discovery. Of course, it's not something completely new per my understanding. It's authored a peer-reviewed scientific paper, like we have some models for $20,000, which could be your co-scientist from OpenAI, or they have co-scientists from Google. So probably it's, of course, better than white model, but yeah. Manus AI emerged and leader in autonomous agent system. Multi-agent system launched on March continued to dominate discussions as of March 13 due to its ability to autonomously execute complex tasks such as generating reports, managing social media accounts, and writing deployable code. Unlike traditional chatbots, Manus combines multiple AI models to handle intricate workflow, positioning it as a competitor to OpenAI Operator and Anthropic Computer Use Mode. For software engineers, Manus represents a practical tool for automating repetitive tasks, while its open-ended capabilities spark curiosity about its potential in creative and industrial applications. Of course, Gemini robots models power next-gen humanoid robots. Gemini 2, we talk about Gemini Robotics ER. Yeah. LLM achieving AGI, of course, it's old news. Yes. Published at March 6, yes. And let's see, DeepSeek. Okay, DeepSeek doesn't have internet access for me today, so it just provided me good resources. And that is, there are no AI news article explicitly date March 13, 14 in the available data. So I think that web search capabilities is slightly limited, because what we see that it's look news from January, It's look for news from February, but not from March. And it's the same thing for all models from Alibaba, for QWQ, for Qwen 2.5 Max, and so on. Maybe it's because I'm from United States API address, but who knows, who knows. Okay. Okay, so what we will do today, I'm just, say that most probably I'm not up to doing a lot of code exercise today. But what you can do, you can go and read about OpenAI agents SDK. And if you are in that topic, it would be a good read for you. Of course, there are some simplifications probably in multiple YouTube and internet sources which explain what is that and how it can be used. But if you like it be at least slightly technical, it wouldn't be a long read about that intra and
OpenAI.get finds Splash.
my chatbot decided that it's worth reading. Yes, it looks like you're sharing a link to OpenAI. Okay, so received a message for streamer. Yes, it decided to announce it for me because it doesn't know that I sent that message and I am a streamer. As I said, it's something missing, and he decided that if someone sends some link, probably it's need to announce it so I can be aware about it. Okay, nice move. So, and of course, there are multiple examples about OpenAI agents written in Python, and it's updated every day basically, and it has several cool agents like multiple agents here. Let's see, handoff functions example, agent loop, and development. So we'd like to acknowledge the excellent work of the open source community, especially Pydantic, data validation, and Pydantic AI advanced agent framework, MK docs, Griff, and UV and RUF. So they probably use this model to investigate how they wrote that thing, but they created their agents under MIT license, so it's very permissive. You can build any software based on all commercial software easily. So, and for agents, okay, it's just link here, but in our source agents, source, okay, it's source of agent itself, looks like. Let's look at computer, environments, buttons, and it's some abstract implementation of computers. And it supports multiple providers for their responses. So they implement in here the model, OpenAI response model, and they have some interface like, let's look, like fetch response, and stream response and get response. So yeah, basically response models. Model is get response, stream response. Oh, basically they have only two methods: stream get response and stream response. Okay, so basically you can implement models in any, for any, let's say, provider. Here they provided OpenAI provider, and how it can get model, and model would be OpenAI responses model, and so on. But you can implement others provider easily, like Anthropic and others, which will do the same thing and which help you to build your agents with the Scott, and you can switch agents from different models, not only OpenAI agents, of course. So, and of course they have examples, and it's an interesting thing. They have like tools, research bot, handoffs, customer service, basic and agent patterns, and model providers. Probably they show how to use custom LLM providers, like probably like DeepSeek, for example. So it's custom agent, the system OpenAI chat completion model. Okay, they haven't created something like completely new, so they just create some custom provider, and it was an, so some explanation, of course, custom model provider, and it's return get model OpenAI chat completion model, and that model is defined in agent model OpenAI chat completions. So not completely new model, of course. Yeah. So it's just example of. Let's look example global. What is that? Get default OpenAI, default OpenAI chat completion. So tracing assistant, you only respond to Harkos, model name. Get weather tools, and tools is get weather for city. And run what's the weather in Tokyo, final output, run. In that way, it will run the tool, which will return the weather in city sunny, and it will use standard chat completion, probably. I think OpenAI client and default OpenAI client use for tracing false. Okay, so, and basic is just some basic examples, like hello world, you only respond in Hikos, dynamic system prompt, custom context, pirate robot haiku. So let's look agent, chat agent, instruction, custom instructions. Custom instructions. Oh, it's return context. Custom context, agent, custom context. Custom context, self style, literal, haiku, pirate robot. Context is style, haiku, return string, return string, return string. Main, literal, random choice. Custom context, using style, use tell me a joke, user message, results, assistant result final output. So, and agent, and agent is here. So it's just default agent instruction equals custom instructions, but it's return on context, run context, context, run context wrapper. Run context wrapper. And some of their class which basically work like a singleton for context, custom context. So custom context, we create some of the class here. Context equals custom context. Oh, we in run, we provide that context, I see. So most probably in the runner, if you provide custom context and it sees some like context instruction, it has some run context wrapper of custom context and agent of custom context. Agent custom context. Oh. Yeah, we need to read more about something like run context wrapper. And they explain why it's so? So, and if you look here, we don't have any files. And here we have that SDK. Get started. Hello world examples. For Jupyter, look here. Handoff example. Functions example. Get weather runner. The agent loop. So basically they provided several examples like this context, but they haven't described it. Here we say explore examples directory to see SDK in action and read our documentation for more details. And documentation is just that. Let's look context management. So local context is in overload terms. There are two main classes for context you may care about. Context is available locally to a code. This is data and dependencies you might need when two functions run during callback, like context available to LLM. This is data the LLM see when generating a response. Local context and agent LLM context. And in local context, this is represented via run context wrapper class and context property within it. You create Python object you want, common pattern to use data class or Pydantic object, and you pass that object to the various run methods like runner run, context, whatever. All your tools, calls, life cycle, hooks, etc. will be passed to a wrapper object, run context wrapper, where there represents a context object which you can access via wrapper context. The most important things to aware of every agent, tool, functions, lifecycle, etc. for a given agent must use the same type of context. You can use context for things like contextual data for your run, things like a username or other information about user dependencies, helper functions. Not sent to LLM. It's purely of local objects that you can read from, write to, and call methods of it. And they provided some example. Yeah. So in that case, we have agent of user info, and we create user info, and when we call runner, it will be starting agent, and we provide this as context. Final output. What is the age of the user? And function tool, fetch user age. Okay, it has tools, and it has also wrapper, run context wrapper user info. User wrapper context name is 47 years old. Okay. System prompt developer message, so it's the LLM context. Okay, so it's basically local context is some thing to inject our data, our functions inside all our agent infrastructure. Okay, even I don't want to, I look into some of that context thing. So I'm thinking about creating, rewriting actually our AI helper for YouTube in that agentic way of doing the things, and let's see how it will fly. So of course, if we can also add something like live interaction, of course it would be even more awesome. Yes, so let's try to do that and see if we can use it locally, and if we can use it locally, we will move it to our website solution as well. Okay, so at that point, probably let me switch to my main camera. Yeah, I don't like how it looks here, but I mean, it's totally fine. Where is my screen? 1 second. So let's put some stop here. The stream went as planned, not because of my previously internet issues. Right now I did what I planned to do for a long time. I installed more advanced mesh systems in my home network, which improved internet quality a lot, and I've switched in my Xfinity ComSat. I switched the plan for slightly better internet, and with plan comes new modem, which also probably was more stable on those speeds. So I haven't seen any incline in my internet from then. But my computer, of course, it's notebook and it's laptop basically. I'm sorry, notebook, it's not usual word for United States market. It's mostly laptops. So it's a laptop, and especially when it's come after sleep, it's not as functional as I'd like it to be. So sometimes I have some issues, but probably I need to restart next time. We didn't see any really excited news from today, so it's more like talks about if to use creators' work to train models or not, and some recommendation from OpenAI to White House about policy for AI for the next probably term, so for the next 2-4 years. We saw that companies and countries investing a lot into AI infrastructure, AI models, and everything. So maybe we will see that number of software engineers and I don't know, some work which could be replaced by AI will decline. But for sure, AI specialist, LLM specialist, and people who know how to train and set up LLMs and build agentic workflows and systems, of course, it will grow. And if you think that maybe your job could be replaced, it's time you to look into that agentic mode, how to build agents and so on. And this channel is not bad for that. Of course, it's not as fast as some other channels. So if you really need to learn right now, just go search some channels and of course read official documentation. I find and read documentation much more efficient. You can use some videos for inspiration, but of course you should try everything yourself. You should install Visual Studio Code or Cursor and get some code and start developing in, I don't know, in notebooks or in files with copilots and everything. It's so easy to learn languages. I never learned Python before, especially, and I just writing some code on it. And I, of course, I'm not saying that everyone should do like that. It's not a good way, but still, I always have no time to learn Python. But it's already, I know some parts of it. Sometimes I see some constructions, language construction, which not very well uh, self-describing for me. But of course, Copilot's helping even with that. You can say what it's doing, and it's explain you every line of the code. So it's very simple to learn now, much simpler than before. Before you need to go to internet and enter it yourself. Right now, you just can ask Copilot in IDE and just explain everything to you, and it just save your time. So nothing, not something completely cool, but it's just saving time more and more and more and more. So what else? What else? Yeah, we going with big steps into the next era, next stage, when of course LLMs will go toward AGI or real artificial intelligence. And of course, this is era when many jobs will be replaced, and who knows how it will end up at the end. But for sure, it wouldn't be a simple path and pass without any issues. So let's be prepared. Let's understand how those things work, and of course, let's invest into what make us humans. So because even LLMs can mimic or replace a lot of things. They couldn't replace what we have in our hearts as love. It couldn't replace our intuition. It couldn't replace our willingness to learn. Of course, they also could learn, but they not do it as we still. And they probably will not have such feeling like kindness, like acceptance, etc. They will have some rules, and it would be language of zero and ones, so, and some logic, and even we also could be somehow mathematically represented. But I hope that our formula is much more sophisticated and much more diverse. So let's develop what make us humans. Let's learn how AI works, and of course, yeah, let's yeah, let's support our loved ones, and let's try to be peaceful and wisdom people with wisdom, because otherwise it would be much harder for us to understand and to negotiate with AGI once it's come true. So it's what I want to say, and yeah, I'm wishing you a good day, good luck. So yeah, have a great day, a great time, and come to the channel when you want. For now, I'm not going to stop anytime soon, and I'm doing my streams every day. Normally, I'm trying to do them closer to 10 p.m. Pacific time, but sometimes it could be slightly postponed for 1 or 2 hours. So yeah, now you know.